Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about why you should be careful who you date. Now, this is going to be a very interesting video because you guys wonder, how do you find the person who you're meant to be with? Sometimes you guys actually force your hand of your guides, because the Creator and our spirit guides and our angels know exactly when we're going to meet the right person, but sometimes we like to go against it. Sometimes we go out of our way, or sometimes we just don't take the cue or understand the signs that, hey, this person might not be right for me, but they might be able to slide into my heart, basically. So that does happen to you guys, and love is not blinding, lust is blinding. A lot of you get persuaded by lust and just the hastiness of the relationship, and you get into a relationship that you shouldn't be in. Maybe you guys have already done this, but a lot of you who have already done this know not to do it again. Some of you keep doing it again because you just don't know how, or it's a complete accident, or some of you will actually get stuck. Like, you'll have a kid with the person, and boom, now you're sewn, tied, and knit to that person because now you have a child together. There's so many different factors into this. The first one, I made a TikTok video about this and a YouTube short about this, but the first thing you have to do is not date someone who's for everyone. Now, some of you will just flat out find that funny and then know that you're not supposed to be doing that. Some of you will think it's funny, but then not really recognize who's for everyone. And then there's some of you who will just do whatever you want, which it's unfortunate, but then you guys will learn because of your own consequences, not because of your guides teaching you. Now, that is an actual thing. How do you know when someone's not really right for you? Now, just ask yourselves, how did you meet this person? Now, did you meet them at a bar? Were they just staring at you? Well, ask yourself, how many persons were that person staring at before they actually met you? There's a sign that lets you know, is that person for everyone? If that person has smooth game, maybe a female or a male, whatever, because there's females with game, yeah. We're in 2023, it doesn't matter who you date. The thing is, some people will just have this void within them where they're not fulfilled. They don't love themselves, so they have to hunt for love from others. And that's what fills them temporarily, because that's not a complete fill. How you know that the person you're with is not for everyone is that they're to themselves most of the time, and you guys just kind of met just because you kind of met. Not because you guys were just like, one of you was lurking, both of you were lurking. Remember, like attracts like. So if you guys acknowledge people who are flat out dogs, then you're going to get into a dog relationship. Then, I mean, it sounds really harsh to say that, but I'm saving you years worth of time. Someone's got to tell you. Sorry. I'm straight to the point. I'm blunt. I'm very, you guys like, some of you don't like stuff sugar-coated. Some of you do. Well, this is not a sugar-coated video. If you want to save years worth of your life, and guess what? A lot of times when you guys date the wrong person, you get into years worth of your life pushed back and away. You date someone who's not right for you. They put off your goals. Maybe, let's say you date this person for a year. Well, that's a year of opportunities that you were supposed to have coming to you, but you put your energy towards them. And now there's no opportunities coming towards you because you blinded yourself with that person's relationship. Now, when you blind that person from entering your life, guess what? All these different opportunities are now entering into your life. Sometimes people who are put in front of us, right when it seems like, oh, this person's the one, that's just a test. That's just see if you have self-control and if you have your intuition telling you, hey, maybe I shouldn't date this person. Maybe this person's not really right for me. Maybe they might be right for me, but I'm just flat out doing my thing. I'm getting my goals done. Now, a lot of you will put your whole lives on break for a person in a relationship. Maybe you guys have completely opposite interests, and guess what? It poisons what your life purpose is, your life goals. A lot of you will push against your guide's advice. You will flat out push against the Creator trying to not align you to the right person. So your guides will be doing this behind the scenes and you won't even know it, but you talk to someone and then they just completely disappear or flake out. It's because your guide's kind of like, I call it the pan face. Basically the term is your guides took a pan and just bopped them in the face with it and be like, and now they're spiritually like, oh, I don't think I want to do this anymore, because they're protecting you. But a lot of you guys don't take that sign, and you keep going with the next person, and the next person, and the next person. Maybe you're out about looking, I need to find love, because a lot of you do that. How do I make someone obsessed with me? And I'm like, okay, because some of you are legitimately watching this video who need help. That you can't do that. You have to focus on yourself. Be obsessed with yourself. Be obsessed with your passions. Be obsessed with what's good for you and helping you grow. When you wake up out of bed, who's living your life for you? The person you're dating or the person that you're in the skin of? Does that make sense to you? Who's going to experience the world for you? Another person or you? Now, yes, relationships are a beautiful thing. This video is not telling you to stay away from relationships. This video is telling you to not be around someone who's for everyone. That's exactly what this is. Be careful about who you date, because your whole life progress will get shut down. Other relationships will get shut down. Bridges will be not even made. They won't be burned. They won't even be made. So just be very careful. Some of you, like, now in this generation, in this day and age, it's so trendy, it's hip to have just to have a significant other. The thing is, the creator will put that person in your life at the right time. Some of you have already found that person, so that this video doesn't really apply to. Maybe some of you are already in a relationship where when you're like, I wonder if this person's for everyone. I wonder, now if you start asking, I wonder if this person's cheating. I wonder if this person's unfaithful. I wonder if this person's... Now you have questions, because just ask yourselves, how did you get in a relationship with the person? Was that person just... and I'm not sorry to say this, but for people on dating apps, those people, I mean, let me slow down for a second. A lot of those people on dating apps are for everyone. Yeah, when you're in a relationship with them, they're most likely, a lot of them don't actually turn off relationship apps, Tinder. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but just know that if that person has a mechanism where they're just going through people until they find the right person, chances are when they find you, they're gonna go do the same thing, because remember, there's a void in that person's soul who is not fulfilled by any other person, but they think they're gonna be fulfilled by the right person. They think there's gonna be a better person out there than the person that they're with, and that's why you guys get cheated on. That's why you guys end up in a wrong relationship, because you're not identifying the signs. The signs are very obvious, but you guys like to use, you guys don't use this, you guys use other chakras to discern who you should be with, and that gets you in trouble, and that just wastes a lot of your time. Your time will be flat out wasted. But the best thing you can do, because a lot of you don't even realize your chakras are not aligned to the point where you can't control yourself when you're around others. Like I said, this doesn't apply to everyone, but there's some things that are very uncomfortable for people to talk about, and that's why they've never resolved it. That's why I'm talking about it now. I'm going to say something that's going to help you, and it's going to help you grow. Not something that's going to be like, this was kind of comfortable for me to hear, maybe I should take it into consideration. No, this is very straightforward advice that other people are not telling you because it's not popular. My advice is not popular, but it's going to help you. It's out of love. It's helping you grow. Now, one thing about you guys, the people who hop into relationships, and you're going through relationships like a book, it's through like a page in a dictionary. Now, your lower chakras are most likely not in alignment. That means everything else in you is not going to be in alignment. If you are compulsive, if you're that's the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. If you lack confidence, that's the solar plexus chakra. If you're lacking control, that's the sacral chakra. If you feel like you have to run, basically fight for a relationship, fight in the relationship, or run from the relationship, or run to different relationships, that's the root chakra. Your chakras being unaligned will have you having poor relationship decisions. Like I said, this video is all about be careful about who you date. Now, if your chakras are not in alignment, and I have several other videos talking about crystals and roots and herbs and essences to help align your chakras, then you're going to go into the world, not really know why you're feeling kind of strange, not really knowing why you're completely compulsive, and maybe there's some energy flows that are off. So remember that basically our whole body is kind of like a stream of water, like a tree running from up to down. Now, if the flow is weak, going from down to up or up to down, when you see someone you might lack all control, you might be thinking with the wrong areas. There are certain crystals for that. Like a lot of crystals that really help you guys in relationships and your love life. Rose quartz, for example, it helps you love yourself. It actually doesn't attract love like the way people think it does. It's because a lot of people who are looking for relationships or getting into relationships that are not right for them are flat out ignoring their heart and their intuition, or they just feel a complete void where they really think, even though someone tells them that's not going to fulfill you, they really think on the inside that relationship's going to fulfill them, and then they get into the relationship anyway, waste a whole bunch of time. Because I can't even, from some of the stories you guys have been telling me, you guys waste a lot of time in relationships that are not right for you. You can't be saying, why God, or why did my angels let me get into this relationship? Well, look at the last 5 people you were with, or the last 5 people you were talking to that you kept going with, and you basically said to your guides, hey, Like, I'm not really mentally mature, spiritually mature enough for you guys to push these people who are not right for me away from me. And your guides, it'll look like people are being brought to you, but these people are not being brought to you. They're being let to you because you never acknowledged your guides were trying to push the bad people away. That happens. That really does happen. You're like, oh, this person found me at the right place at the right time, and then they turned out to be the wrong person. How is that possible? Remember, the enemy is working too. There's trickster spirits. There's just spirits who like there are regular spirits who like matchmaking. That's why some of you will find the right person at the right time that actually turns out not to be the right person. It's because your guides weren't helping you find that person, but you kept finding the right one on your own. And remember, if you think everyone's the one, then no one's going to be the one. The one's inside of you that helps attract another one. You're not a half, you're a whole. That's exactly why you guys are attracting the wrong relationships, or relationships that are not right for you. It's because you're not aligned before you get into a relationship, and that person's not aligned, and now you have two unaligned people coming together, and it's creating disaster. Flat out disaster. It's wasting your time, it's wasting their time. It's not helping you progress. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of just sadness. It's because maybe both of you were not even ready. Maybe both of you had to align yourselves to your path, number one, and then align your chakras, number two. And then when you have two balanced people, they just kind of come together because it's just kind of happening. Like, you're not even trying, and your guys are kind of like pushing you together. Then that's where a real relationship comes in. That's how you guys actually find your significant other. Just do what you're doing. Don't look like, oh, I wonder if the one is in this Flanagan's or in the Starbucks. Like, you can't be looking out. Your guides are looking out. You're not going to pass your guides and how far they can look ahead. You're not going to pass God, most importantly, in how far he can look ahead. He knows everything. Like, you guys don't know anything in comparison to the angels that you have, to your spirit guides, to most importantly the creator. We think we know what's right for us, and it leads us to get into the wrong relationships, and that's completely false. Another crystal I was going to talk about earlier is garnet. If you feel like your passions are off, garnet helps you align to your best path, to help you work on yourself, and it helps you control any very bad urges as well. Now, if you're already in a relationship with someone with really bad urges, black tourmaline and onyx is a good combination. Whatever dark entity causes them to have their chakras being off, to just basically do compulsive stuff in the relationship, that'll help them. Now, I'm going to wrap up this video. Like I said, this video is here to help you. It's not to scare you guys away from getting into a relationship. Like I said, your guides will find your relationship. Don't go looking for a relationship on your own. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao.